Portchester is a locality and suburb 10 kilometres northwest of Portsmouth and is part of the borough of Fareham in Hampshire. Once a small village, Portchester is now expanding rapidly in population. This expanse has seen the growth and the rise of a population of youth who find themselves restless and with little outlet for stimulation. Reports of noise disturbance and an increase in antisocial behaviour have been linked with the conjugation of large groups of youth and has seemingly come to be known under the term of juvenile nuisance.
I think Portchester is scatty, it's boring, there's nothing to do.
It's a bit dull, no one's out.
In Portchester, there's not an awful lot for youngsters to do.
It's like a dead town.
So, you know, they are our problem, young people, because they just get bored.
The current problem is about young people being involved in their community locally, and I guess in any community, is that there's not really a way for it to be done. There's a thing called the UN Convention on Rights of the Child. It had its anniversary of something the other year, and Article 12 is about young people having a right to be consulted on anything that affects them, and just, you know, it's a UN convention, it's like a big deal, and nobody really does it, or they do it in a really tokenistic way.
I think that there is a problem within secondary school as a whole with regard work experience and volunteering and getting young people active in their communities.
The only reason that I found out about it is through James coming to our school, actually asking people to be volunteers.
A lot of young people are perceived as not very useful on a volunteering level because they don't have the skills.
People often write young people off as being useless, worthless hoodies, and they're not.
There's a lot of stereotyping of teenagers in the media because you only hear the bad side of teenagers, such as knife crime and hoodies, instead of the good side.
I feel stereotyped because if you're just walking with your hood up and you're wearing like tracksuit and they can't see your face, police will just come over and stop you and start to search you because they think that you're being suspicious and you may have like drugs on you or something, or like a knife, when you really haven't. You're just walking along.
I walk around, police stop me and think I'm like stealing something from the shop. Well, it's who I am. I like to wear this jacket.
Which is why I came up with the project Helpful Hoodies, which is where teenagers have their hoodies up, but on the back it says Helpful Hoodies. And we basically do good things for the community instead of bad things.
From helping old ladies cross the street to, you know, helping out in a care home, packing bags, litter picking, all sorts of things.
But once people let the stereotyping become actions instead of keeping their views in their heads, that's when people start to get hurt.
Nearly a quarter of our national population is made up of people under the age of 18. Regardless of this large number of youth, many are misrepresented or not represented at all. Youth councils seek to oppose this and to give young people a platform for their voices. The Portchester Youth Council aims to challenge youth misrepresentation and shows how through working as a committed team that it is possible for young people to have a say about their community.
I don't think my voice gets heard. Like, you say stuff to the police and they just go, they say that they can't do anything about it.
I think the Portchester Youth Council would help this. I think more young people should know about the Youth Council because it's a great way to talk about the community and what you'd like to change.
Young people in Portchester, young people anywhere should join a youth council or at least partake in the discussions that a youth council has, because It's a really good forum to have your voice heard. It's a really good way of beginning to understand just your importance in society, and that suddenly you don't matter when you're 18 just because you can vote, or because you finish college and you suddenly have to get loans and grants to go to uni.
I think it's important for the young people to have an idea of what happens in the youth council.
The youth council is a fun place to come together and talk about the community, to think of different projects that you want to happen.
We sit in this room and we talk about things about Portchester, like what we could change about it, and like stuff that's already good about it and things like that.
Until we can get a collective voice with a group of young people that actually have a powerful message that we raise and back up.
Yeah, a lot more people need to be involved in the youth centre and the council. Generally because it's kind of, the centre is kind of, it's more used by the older generation rather than the younger.
The community centre, you can't always use it. You have to be a member of like a club that's at the centre. You can't just go in there and like sit if it's cold outside.
The new community centre is going to be built by the end of 2012, apparently. And yeah, hopefully they're going to have a big say in the design.
I think it would be nice if they could have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of room where they could just sit and chill out.
At the community centre, I think there should be like, I don't know, 3 nights where you can just go in, just like play football, play pool, have like a drink and a snack, but like obviously pay for that.
I would like to see from the new community centre more young people coming together. Maybe have a hangout room for teenagers to just come together and chill and get to know new people and get them off the streets.
I would like there to be more music events at the centre, because it gets the young people into the centre and makes them feel welcome.
They could like sort the community centre out, like for ages between 16 to any age below.
I would like to see more clubs for like my age group at the new community centre, because it's like a place that we can go like once a week or something.
We're focusing now on the new centre and like what young people would like to see in it.
I could try and help do stuff if I can, but don't know what.
We're going to try and organise some fundraising.
Doing something like sponsored walks or something.
I'd raise money to help people.
I don't think there is much of a liaison between young people and the local government. I think the Portchester Youth Council would help this. I think more young people should know about the Youth Council, because it's a great way to talk about the community and what you'd like to change.
Do I think that young people can make a change? Yes. I don't think that should even be a question, because I think it should be doubtless in everybody's mind. Everybody was young once with dreams about changing the world, and I think the only issue is giving young people the skills and the opportunity and everything and all the tools that they need to make that change.
I think we can make a change. It might take a couple of years, definitely a long term rather than a short term.
As long as someone's listening, then young people will talk.